Hello YouTube, Bob Lee here. Been kind of a crazy week, but thought I had some time to put together a few video clips for you and a few updates. So kind of putting everything together. I got some stickers, and the first one came from Lynn from LL Wood Works. Thank you, Lynn. The next one came from Mike Karpinski. I hope I said that right. And a nice note with it. Sticker that I got was from RJB Woodturner. Thanks, Bob. Got one from Mike from MF Woodshop. I got one from Steve at working for Mere Mortals. I've got one from Mark from the Wood Whisperer. I got one from Donnie Carter at Woodcrafty. And last but not least, I got one from Cy from Cy's Corners. So that's all my stickers right now. I'll get them up on the sticker wall here pretty quick. Some of the other situations or projects that I've got going, I have a little bit of an update on the trailer. It's coming along nicely. I have some video clips of that, and I'll show you that today. I had a viewer ask me about my TV stand, and I've been working towards it. Last video, I tore my shop apart and moved some stuff around, and kind of moved my drill press from one location and moved my bench, grinders, sanders, and everything around, mostly trying to get a little closer to my vac system. And I'll show you a little bit of that. And so the TV project kind of got pushed back a little bit. I did get some wood cut for it so that I could have my to start making my frames for my doors, but I've got a lot of milling because I want to make some flat panel doors, and I'm going to take a little bit from OG Timbercraft. I like the way he has been joining his panels together, and I'm going to see how much width for the flat panel of my doors. I'm going to see if I can try the same thing. But I'm also, I've got a lot of joinery, tongue and groove, channels and all that to put into the wood that I've cut. So I have a little bit of video of me cutting my walnut out. So let me, I have my pieces for my doors cut out, but that's all the further I've gotten with it, because since I tore my shop apart, and I'm kind of back together now, enough where I can start working again. But I have a little bit of a project that I got involved on my router table. I wanted to get my miter slot into the top of my router table extension, and I've managed to do that. I ended up getting my router slot so that I can have my miter gauge sled, whatever, so that I can run it with my router. And this has been a project that I've been wanting to get done so that I can run my pieces for to help run my pieces through. So I've had to kind of stop and do stuff like that. Over there in the corner, that's where I've moved my drill press, and I've moved my sanding station around the corner over there, over by that set of hoses and stuff. So this is where I have moved my sanding 12-inch sander, a couple of my other sanders, but this puppy really makes a lot of dust, so I wanted to get it hooked up to my vac system, and I had a place in my system where I could drop two different leads right here and get it up into my system. So that's the reason for me moving my shop around. So that's what I've been doing this week, and that's why the TV stand hasn't progressed a whole lot, is because I've been trying to get my shop arranged so that I can run some more pieces through my router station, which I never really had completely set up, and still going to be interesting as I go to set the router station up for the first time with the fence and the miter gauge and all that good stuff. And so it's a work in progress. I got the tongue bolted to the trailer, got all my draw clamps in place. When you release these two things right there and that one there, it'll allow the trailer to tilt. Got my coupler bolted on. Got my ramps mounted today. I had to do some alterations. I made a slight mistake and got the rails too long on each side. So I'm going to have to shorten them up so I can get the ramps to go up into place. So I got some work to do there. And the other thing I did was I got the expanded metal. Now getting the expanded metal in place. Weighting it down so that I can get a weld on it with the cement block and a few other heavy objects. Okay, YouTube, thanks for stopping by, and we'll catch you next week. Have a good evening.